Thank you, everyone, for joining our Reboot Work Festival. I'm Emmanuel Galan, a sales executive here in the Bay Area, and I'm excited to have VMware here with us today. I'm going to turn it over to Emily to introduce herself.
I'm Emily Lee, and I lead our business process management and robotics process automation in the business transformation and automation team at VMware.
Hi, I'm Neeraj Mathur. I lead intelligent automation program at VMware, working closely with our business and technology partners to build intelligent automation solutions.
Emily, can you tell us a little bit about how VMware, got started with automation?
Yeah, absolutely. So at VMware, we have a culture of innovation that is innovate in everything we do. Back in 2017, we had obtained our executive leader sponsorship to start our first POC, and we started with our sales operations tasks. That wasn't very successful, Emmanuel. So we switched over and did one for finance. It was proved very successful. And from there, we had generated 100 plus opportunities. At the same time, it was very important for us to build a robust COE. This is where we partner with the UiPath team to make sure to build that foundation. We brought in within the business transformation team our practice in PMO, process, design, and operations to ensure that we have the right setup for us to focus on accelerating the automation. This year, we're adding business process management through our optimization portfolio, as well as our transformation initiatives to the pipeline.
And you talked about, initially you started in sales operations and how that didn't work. And I remember those discussions and then really starting to focus on finance. Can you talk a little bit more about how you ultimately rolled the program out enterprise wide?
Our focus is change management. I think at the very beginning, it was important for us to say, build a vision around the digital workforce. Make sure we drive awareness, that excitement, the concept that it's a digital workforce that will work closely with our employees to reduce some of this manual work. And so this attracted a lot of resonate really well with our business user groups. At the same time, we continue to extend our COE partnership to include information security, data privacy, entitlement data analytics. This way, we're prepared to be able to scale further. If there's a project that we need with ML AI, we're able to do that very quickly. And Niraj will talk a little bit more about that as well later on.
In our discussions at our weekly calls that we have, we talk a little bit about a bottoms up and a top down approach and really getting everybody at all levels of the organization engaged. Can you share how you're accomplishing that at VMware?
So, our approach is to engage all levels in the organization, starting with the leadership, the ambassadors, and the users. And through our change management focus, we publicize the success stories of these automations, focusing on the outcomes such as the time savings, the better accuracy, compliance. This really resonates with our leaders, number one, because we're targeting what they're looking at in terms of efficiencies and connecting directly to their metrics. For the ambassadors, it is all about evangelizing the benefits that they see with the automation going through their operational teams. With our users, they're able to see what this means when it comes to their processes, that they're having this digital assistance to help them, a digital worker, if you will, to help them with this repetitive work. And through these levels, we receive much more acceptance and a lot of the focus and drive towards increasing the opportunities. Additionally, we are looking at our COE to drive internal roadshows. For example, I remember that we had one where we brought all the users, have them build the bots so that they can see those in action. And that really resonates to ensure that they see what this is all about.
Great. Thanks, Emily. Hey, Neeraj. Wanted to talk a little bit about how you and the team are leveraging UiPath's end-to-end automation platform.
Yeah, absolutely. So we recently launched our citizen development program, which we have branded as Digital Assistant Program. This is where we are really, trying to enable and empower our tech-savvy business users to build, the low complexity, low risk automations themselves, and using Studio X. We are also considering using Automation Hub there to uh, capture the ideas and go through the whole workflow of the automation there. But in addition to that, there is really strong focus at present to strengthen the foundation of our COE, right? And this is one of the area where we are trying to do is through test automation, because we have seen that there is a quite significant effort which goes into the upgrade or the testing which needs to be done before the upgrade of orchestrator or the business applications like SAP. And given that the size of COE and the business function which we are catering for, there's a large number of applications which we are working with, and it's going to become an ongoing effort for us. So our focus is to really now also use Studio Pro to build these test automations, and gain the benefit from that too. The other area where we are also getting into the operational excellence, as Emily also briefly touched upon, is really very important to us. And we have been using ELK so far, but recently moved to UiPath Insights to really build real-time dashboards, the matrices which we need to continue to really support our businesses and monitor the health and the various business matrices on that. And lastly, which is really near and dear to me as well, is the focus on the intelligent automation program, where we're trying to build in the various AI ML capabilities as well using AI Fabric, and really building the capability of how do we deploy or consume and monitor these AI robots, so to speak.
Now, thanks for sharing that, Neeraj. And VMware's program, you guys have a very solid program out there with some of the best developers. You guys won the DevCon hackathon, so congratulations there. What are the results that VMware's been able to achieve over the last few years in their program?
Yeah, absolutely. This is actually the area we are really proud of. So over last 3 years, we managed to support around 32 business functions, right, from finance to IT to operations, you name it. And across these business functions, we at present have around 300 automation, 300 processes, which has delivered over 300,000 hours of saving, which is quite significant. But the hour saving is only one part to us, right? Because there are other areas where we are focusing on is the accuracy, right? So over the period of time, the accuracy on transaction processing which we have received or achieved from these automation is quite significant. The SLAs are very critical because given that we have a large footprint on our finance processes, the quarter and even month end processing is very critical for us, and having this SLA ability to meet the SLA is really paramount. And the other area which is very unique to VMware, especially in last year and two, is the benefit which we have received for our merger and acquisition space, because VMware has gone through a few M&A activities in last couple of years. So this is really where we got a disparate system into our ecosystem, but with the help of these automations, we were able to really do a data migration related projects, the bulk upload data, bringing in the legacy systems from various different organizations, and build some automation on that as well.
Neeraj, I think it's really important for everyone out there to know what's next for VMware's automation program.
Yeah, sure. So we are actually really looking at the multiple fronts right now. One, which is the scaling, preparation for our scale, having some elasticity in our infrastructure side. The other area where we are really looking at is digital assistant program to enable our tech-savvy business users to build some low complex, low risk automation. Addition to that, we are really bringing in the intelligent automation capabilities through AI ML projects, through chatbot and various other emerging technologies on that.
And as we look in terms of the future of this, we're building a continuous improvement mindset by connecting our BPM to automation. So it's all about identifying the problem, optimizing it, automating it, and be able to measure the value realization. We're certainly very, very excited about the future of the digital workforce at VMware.